But by the time, like, I was living out there in that area, it it wasn't as good anymore, and it might have been that they were catering to the new demographic that was tourists, um, coming to visit. You know. Yeah. Um, Now that was the
Question,
early 2000s. It
question. Does it start with an S? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, dogs, cat, misses, rats, the dudes that's out here in the Nissan Maximus with AKA tags, the young lady who tried to box over what was it?
a
Was it she
box.
tried? Yeah, she was trying to box over some chicken in South Memphis that I saw the other weekend. Yeah, that was
Mm,
funny. But
okay.
shout out to you too, and shout out to the Giant Jellyfish and Ocean. Welcome to the Big Back Lounge. I am your host, Neek. Yeah, like I said, I'm very inconsistent with this podcast now because I'm an adult and things happen. But we're here today, and like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me that I'm terrible and I don't know how to keep up with time and stop doing 2 weeks, but whatever. It happens. Okay. Yeah. No,
It's all
charge to
good.
my head and my heart. It is all good. But in the Big Back Lounge with me and you, I don't know how we met. I think we met at a festival. We hit
Uh-huh.
it off.
Yep.
And we just every time I see her stuff, I always got her stuff. It was this strawberry cake that she makes that I
Mhm.
sent her right to that. And from that point on, we became very cool.
We were
She
locked in.
if it was raining at a festival, guess
Mhm.
whose tent I'm under? I'm under hers.
Yeah. Why not?
Some of y'all be kind of rude with y'all tents. Some of y'all.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say who.
The
But
more the merrier. The more the
but
merrier.
more the merrier. She has two great kids, a wonderful husband,
Yes.
and to have her here to talk about her treats and to be on the pod. It's a pleasure. So, welcome to the podcast, the owner, the lead baker
Hey.
of Buttermilk Babes, Miss Camile Melton Brown. How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm fine. I am fine. Now, so how did Buttermilk Babes start?
Great question. So it actually started like very I don't want to say unorthodox, but my family, I'm from Jersey, but all my family is in Boston and kind of spread
Okay.
out. And so every year for Easter, we would go to Boston to my grandmother's house, and all the relatives would come. And my family, they are a cooking family. Okay. They can cook any and everything. They're originally from Greenville, Mississippi, but during the Great Migration, all moved to Boston. So the rest of
Wow.
us are like Boston and Jersey, right? And so my one aunt, my great aunt, excuse me, she would always bring a red velvet cake to the Easter dinner, right? And
Mhm.
so, my sister was in love. Everybody loved the cake, but my sister was like, hands down, every single time, I'm getting that slice of red velvet. So one year, my great aunt, she did not come. And so my sister just kept going on and on like she didn't get the cake. And so finally, like a few weeks later, I called my great aunt. I'm like, "Hey, Auntie Classy, you know that red velvet cake, right? Do you mind? Can I get the recipe? Can you send that to me? Because, people's complaining up here." So she wrote the recipe down by hand and mailed it to me.
Mm.
And so I made the cake and my husband was happy, my sister was happy, right? And then I made it another time, and I was a teacher at that time, a science teacher, middle school, and so we were having, like, a celebration with my homeroom, students, and so I brought the cake for a potluck. Those kids
Mhm.
tore that cake up. And I was like, "Oh." And then I made it another time, and, like, more people had it, and so every time I made it, people would just really enjoy it. Now, fast forward, moved to Memphis. I'm working at another school, now I'm a dean of students, and, made a cake for an event. Now, this is the true test, because 'cause y'all Southerners are very particular and picky
Mm,
about y'all
that
food.
is true. That
So,
is true.
I was like, I don't know if I wanna make this." I made it and loved it. Then I ventured and made a chocolate cake, then I made a carrot cake, and so my good friend in the front office, Miss Clark, she said, Ma'am, what are we doing here? You making these delicious start a business." She's real sophisticated. "You need to start a business." And I was like, "Me start a business baking? I can't." Everybody in my family would laugh at me, right?
Right.
But more and more people just keep saying, like, "It's good, it's good." So I had to trust them. And so, like every other Black person, we're gonna sit and pray about it. And so I prayed about it, and then, the name came to me in my sleep one night, like, buttermilk makes everything taste better, so Buttermilk
Right.
Babes, I would love to pass the business on to my kids one day. They ain't gonna bake not one thing,
Mm-mm.
but if they ever wanted to. Um, this is where it started. So Buttermilk Babes Memphis came about in
Okay.
that 2015, 2015.
10 years.
Yes, 10
Wow.
years. October 15th,
Congratulations.
10 years. Mhm.
Congratulations. 10 years
Thank
of cake
you.
baking. Now, do you have any baking influences when it comes down to this?
Just the women in my family, I would say originally, because they, like I said, they can cook, they can bake. My, auntie Katie, I believe in my family also, my great aunt Katie, she's also a big time baker. Um, my mother would always tell us these stories about how they would, after they all, were in Boston, and every Friday, the whole family, would come over to my grandmother's house, because she was the eldest sister. So all her brothers and sisters, and they started having kids. So their young kids too would come over, and they would all bring food and bake. And she would talk about all these cakes. It would be these huge, thick, dense cakes, just like covering the dessert table, right?
Mm,
My auntie Deke also can cook and bake her tail off, my auntie Harriet. So just I have these women in my family who have been these, like, amazing cooks, right? Um, in terms of just, like, the celebrity world, I love the, lady over at Grandbaby Cakes, Divas Can Cook, and,
mm,
of course, Martha Stewart. I think these were all, like, Martha Stewart, like the OG, right? But then, like, a lot of other people have been able to create,
right.
platforms in this world now. My cousin, she has a baking, business also in Atlanta. My
Oh,
cousin
okay.
Shirley, Persickney Sweets in, Atlanta, she can bake too. So she and I will, like, call each other up for, like, different hints or, like, solving and all that. So, yeah.
Okay. That's
Mhm.
interesting. Okay. Family influence. That's a good one.
Yes.
What is a challenging cake to you?
Any type of wedding cake. I stopped.
Mm,
I stopped. I brides, I love y'all, but I stopped. So baking is, like, easy, right? For me. It's a science
for
background.
you. Yeah, for
Had
you.
a
Yeah.
friend on here not too long ago. She's a chemist, so I was a biology person, right? So we tend to love baking because it's a science.
Mhm.
So I don't mind the baking elements, right? Decorating, I can do, like, a good basic decoration. I can get in my bag with it to get a little more fancy, but I enjoy baking cakes and making them taste really good. I
Right.
do not find as much enjoyment in creating these really ornate, decorated, hyper realistic cakes. That's not my ministry. That's not where I find my joy, right? So with brides, sometimes the theme with the colors or this particular flower or, all the different flavors, rightfully so, it is your day, you should have what you want. It's just
Mhm.
not from me, that's all. Mhm.
Oh, yeah, cause oh, no, I'm not messing with wedding cakes, that's a lot. That's a
Fondant, all that, no, that's not me.
mm,
I don't and if I don't like to eat it, I'm not gonna bake it.
makes sense. It makes
That's
sense.
Mhm.
I mean, looking into wo
Sorry.
what?
I'm thinking all of it now. I'm like, "And I don't do pies."
Wow,
Yeah. My
that's
mom makes
interesting.
good pies, though. My mother makes good pies. But, yeah,
Okay,
I'm a cake girl.
okay. Now, for wedding cakes, is it because of how much they want, or is it because of I mean, thinking about it, like the different layers and designs and everything, it becomes a toll because they can want to change it any type of any second, right?
Right. And they have a right to. And for as a baker, you just have to decide if you're gonna accommodate or not.
Hmm.
Um It's just a lot of variables, and then transporting this beautiful cake, you can transport it
Right.
by layers and then assemble it when you get there. You gotta have all your tools to, like, fix anything that might, have happened on the drive. It's just a lot of factors that for me personally, I don't enjoy.
And I can
Yeah,
definitely respect that. I can
yes,
respect that.
and I
Now,
respect
this
all the wedding bakers. Y'all are amazing people. God bless you.
God bless you, cuz. Ooh, that's a lot. You just brought it into me that I forgot that when I forgot it was a reality show of the guy.
Mhm.
I forgot his name, but he does cakes, and they showed that he had to break down the cake just to build the back. Nah,
It's a
just
lot.
remember that. That's a
Mhm,
lot.
mhm.
Mm. Now, let's get to my favorite part of the pod, which is the food. Now, let's start with one of my favorite ones, which is Big Back Action News.
Okay,
Now,
go.
it's news time. All right. According to Food and Wine,
Mhm.
these are the top 5 grocery store chains with the best bakeries.
Ooh, let's go.
All right. One of them, Costco.
Yes,
That makes sense.
their classic chocolate cake, amazing. When I used to live in Boston, my husband and I would get that once a month on a Friday after work because we were both teachers, and teaching is a lot.
Right.
So we would treat ourselves and get that, what is it, 3 layers, that oh my god, that dark chocolate. It had the, chocolate shavings on the top.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
discontinued it for a while, and I just read somewhere that they're just bringing it back. So,
I haven't seen it, so
it's delicious. It's
but I'll
delicious.
go back and check it. I'll go back and check. All right.
Mhm,
Another one.
mhm.
Costco's op, as the kids would say, Sam's Club.
Now, I've had, like, cupcakes from them.
Yeah.
They're okay. Now, I will say they do have a good, batch frosting, right? I make my own frosting, but, if I do a cake decorating class for a
Mhm.
large number of people, I will go to Sam's Club and get their frosting, their big, I think 5-gallon bin of frosting.
Uh,
Because a lot of bakers who don't make their own frostings, they'll use, Sam's Clubs, and it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. It doesn't taste, sometimes you could taste like a shortening in the, pre-made frostings, um, and you don't have that taste with theirs, so, yes.
I never knew
Yeah,
shortening. Okay, shortening.
and I'll put
Okay.
a disclaimer, like, "Y'all, this is not my frosting we cake decorating these cakes with. It's my cake, not my frosting." I'll let people know. But yeah, no, they make a pretty good
Yeah,
frosting.
that's a
Mhm.
smart move. You gotta tell them that before they get to asking about it.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
accounts for this part. No, oh man,
Mine's tastes different. Mine
different.
is different, but theirs is pretty good. It's decent.
Okay, so we got Costco, we got Sam's Club, Whole
Yes.
Foods.
Yes, I do like
Definitely Whole Foods.
mhm. Their, their mini cakes that they have, I like, the ones with the fruit on them, and it's got a, whipped buttercream frosting. That's pretty good too.
Yeah, I've had it's called the chantilly cake.
Yes, I think so.
That's my that was my
Mm.
first one that I had. I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta get this again with the fresh fruit on it." I'm like, yeah, I spent that $11 to get that cake again."
You know who makes a good chantilly cake?
Ooh,
Sweet Things. They have one with the, lavender, like, blueberry filling. Oh,
mm,
it's so good. Now that
oh,
they got me in a chokehold with that one. Mhm.
write that one let me
It's like
write that one
excuse me,
down on
it's a
the
chiffon
list.
cake. It's a chiffon cake with the, um, whipped icing in the, blueberry, like, lavender, filling, uh, in between. It's so
Oh, yeah,
good.
I gotta look at that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
look at that.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, Sam's Club, Costco, Whole Foods. We have 2 more, and we
Mm.
have Wedgemans,
Wegmans?
W-E
That's in
Wegmans,
New
yeah.
York?
That's
That's
the
in New
no,
York?
it's not an order. It's not an order. It's just one to
Yeah,
buy.
yeah, yeah. But no, Wegmans, they did they originate in New York? They're found in New
I
York?
think so. Yeah, I
Yes.
think that they're in New York.
I used to live in New York. I lived in Harlem, after college and would shop at Wegmans once in a while because they are a little pricey.
Yeah,
But yeah, I never had anything from their bakery, but I would assume they were pretty good. Um,
yeah.
yeah.
And last but not least is Acme Markets. Never heard
I've
of 'em.
never been.
I've never heard of them. It's first time.
I've heard of them. Mhm. Acme Food Markets. Yeah.
Never heard of them, but yeah, those are the top 5 grocery store chains with the best bakery according to Food and Wine.
Okay. Listen,
Interesting list.
there
Been
they
to
are.
3.
So I believe it.
All right. Speaking of cakes,
Mhm.
let's talk about the snack cake that everyone loves. It's a lady by the name of Big Deborah, and she makes a long list of cakes. They're small, they're mighty. They cost $1 and $2 at the store now. But
Mhm.
do you have a favorite Little Debbie snack cake?
So here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
I don't like processed baked goods.
Oh, that's
So,
understandable.
I won't say I haven't ever had them, but if I did ever get them, like when I was younger, I would do Intimates. I didn't do the Little Debbie's.
Hmm,
So Intimates, I'm from Jersey, so
I know what you're talking
Northeast.
about.
We're rocking with Intimates, right? So I would do that lemon butter cake. It would come in a loaf. And me and my friend, like, if we were feeling, like, real wealthy, meaning, like, we have $5 on us, so she would get, like, the mint chocolate chip Oreo bar, and I would get the Entenmann's butter loaf cake, and we would slice that up at lunchtime and pass it out to our friends because we was balling at that day. So yeah, if that's what I would do. So I can't say Little Debbie, but I will rock with Entenmann's.
Okay, I've had their donuts, and
Mhm.
I had, I think I've had a little bit of their yeah, the donuts, and I've had they had a honey bun at one point.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Mm.
I had that, I don't know their whole line like that, so you can't can't pick
Yeah.
them out the lineup, but I've had that stuff.
You
Pretty
can't go
solid stuff.
Yeah, honey bun, you can't mess that up, so I'm sure it was
No,
good.
you can't. You definitely can't.
Mhm.
All right. We talked about this off the record. You like cigars.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm a
Let's
cigar
have
Mhm.
okay.
You
Now, with
smoke
that
cigar?
being said, no, I'm not a cigar person.
Okay.
Liquor, yes. Cigar,
Cigars and bourbon.
cigars are bourbon. I'm bourbon.
Yeah.
That's me. Now, with that being said, what are some bad things to eat while having a cigar?
Well, I can tell you some good things to do. You wanna pair, like You can do like a nice, dark chocolate. So of course in Cuba, you would always do like, some type of coffee or espresso, with your cigar, right? So anything that have those dark chocolate, nutty, cocoa type flavors go good with a cigar. So like I make a really nice Death by Chocolate, mini cake or cake. So that's always good. You could do like a German chocolate. Um, you can do even a spice cake because some cigars, have, like, a spice to them depending on, like, how much pepper they have in them, um, whatever, like, aromatics or, like, a vanilla. Now, there are some flavored cigars. I don't do flavored cigars, but those could pair also well with, like, a coffee cake, or I make a chai spice cake, things like that. Mhm.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. I wouldn't do fruity,
Okay.
necessarily with, like, your more full body cigars. So nothing like a strawberry or like a lemon, anything like that. So something dark and rich.
So basically, a piece of chocolate cake works well with a cigar.
Yeah, it can. Mhm,
Mm.
mhm.
Learn something new. Every time I come on to this pod, learn something new.
Yeah,
Never thought chocolate cake and a cigar would go well together. That
yeah.
is
It's like that cocoa in it, right? The cocoa, the
right.
chocolate, a little bit of vanilla, but not like a vanilla cake, right? Um Some of that nutmeg, for the spice cakes, like the nutmeg, the cinnamon, like things like that, can pair well.
Wait, so would peach cobbler go well with a cigar?
Not as because it's fruity, because you actually have, like, the peaches, um,
Mhm.
in that syrup, uh I wouldn't recommend it, but, like, with that cinnamon and nutmeg flavor, that would be nice, but I think with the syrup that, kinda comes with having the peaches, cooked and all that, it might make be a bit messy. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I'll try anything once, so
I'm not gonna try that. Don't waste my peach cobbler like that. I was just putting it out
that's
there.
better with ice
It would
cream.
work. Thought it
Mhm.
would work. All right. You're originally from Boston, right?
Jersey, Jersey.
Jersey.
My
Jersey. We're gonna
Most of
go
my family all my family is in Boston, but I was born
Boston,
in
right.
Jersey. Mhm.
Got confused there. With that being said, what is one thing you can from Jersey that you can bring that you would like to bring to Memphis? One thing for Jersey, bring it to Memphis.
Caribbean food. Caribbean
Ooh.
food, Italian food, and pizza. That's 3
Cause
things.
you are because you are around a lot of that.
Yeah, it's very diverse up there, very diverse. I miss that. I grew up with Jamaicans, Trinidadians, from, like, Guyana, Barbados, St. Kitts, St. Vincent, like, just a lotta island people, right? Even in my
Mhm.
own family, a lot of my uncles married Caribbean women, so, like, it's nothing with peas and rice, oxtails, jerk chicken, red snapper. My aunt, she's Bayesian, so, like, it's just that's what we're eating, right? Um, the Italians in Jersey, the food, the like, spaghetti is very that
Mm.
shocked me when I came out here. I was like, "Y'all call this spaghetti? This isn't spaghetti." But, I'm not gonna fight Memphians, so I just learned it's different than the Italians. Um, so yeah, it's I would bring some of that out here. The pizza, that dough, the dough is different up there. It's different, and then, of course, the sauce on it, like, I miss pizza. Mhm.
Yeah, the sauce is very rich. I really do like
Yeah.
New York style
Mhm,
type pizza. I
mhm.
really do.
Jersey, New York, they have the same. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Now, since we're talking pizza, let's
Okay,
segue this.
let's go.
So it's different types of areas with different type of pizza. So
Mhm,
between you, this is your personal opinion. How would you rank New York Jersey pizza
mhm.
versus Detroit? Chicago.
I can only do New York, New Jersey, Chicago. I've never been to Detroit.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
You never had the deep dish style, like
no.
their
I've
deep
had
dish.
deep dish in Chicago,
Okay.
and it's good, but give me a thin my big slice that I fold up and eat any day. So New York, New Jersey, number 1.
I can respect that. I do like Chicago side pizza, but it got to be the right type of pizza for me. It got to be the hearty, the meat lover type pizza. I
Mhm.
do understand why people like New York pizza, though. I do like
Mhm.
understand that they have a faster pace there, so
Yeah,
it
oh, yeah.
gets like boom. You don't. You have to
And
sit down
mhm,
in Chicago.
gotta be able to walk and eat with it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta fold it up
Right,
and walk.
right. I understand that.
Yeah.
It varies on people's lifestyles. That's what I would say.
Mhm. Yes.
But
But
I
no,
do
like,
think people.
I like deep dish, like, it's okay.
Mhm.
Um, I can't remember the restaurant I went to when I was in Chicago. It tasted really good. It's just a lot of dough. I can't do that all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a
Yeah,
nice treat, but I couldn't have that on the regular.
yeah. I think a lot of people sleep on Chicago thin crust, though. That's a sleeper.
People don't talk about that as much.
Exactly. It's a sleeper. It's a very good pizza.
I gotta go back
Yeah.
and try. Mhm.
Try one. I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. All right. Now I don't know how long you've been eating food. I don't know how long. Don't know how long. But what is a food trend that you think should have never happened?
A food chain
Trend.
trend. Oh, any type of food trend or like
Any type.
think about that. A food trend. I don't know. That's a hard one. Can you give me some examples of some
I'm gonna give
food?
you one. I'm gonna give you the ones I get.
I know the boiled, the seafood boil bag.
Oh,
That's been
ooh,
a mukbangs.
yeah.
Um, I wouldn't say that shouldn't have happened, but I think like we shouldn't have trusted everybody with making that.
Mm, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you don't always know where people getting their seafood from, and all they're doing is just throwing a ton of seasonings in there, and you don't know what you're eating in that bag. Um,
That is true.
and I think people just overdid it a bit, and we all don't need to watch you eating food out of a bag of all the like, that was a bit much for a while there. I think that was, like, coming out the
Okay.
pandemic, everybody was just on the camera, like, we didn't need that.
I don't need the sound effects, ma'am.
Yeah, nah. You could
Nah.
just turn your camera off and enjoy your bag. So I would say
Okay.
that one.
Okay. In my
Mhm.
food apps,
Really? I don't use them, so tell me more.
delivery food apps and all these things have really gone overboard. And I think
Mm,
the main reason it's become, I say this, it's helped and
mhm.
harmed.
Okay,
Now it's helped restaurants get more. I mean, more people see it like, okay, I want this stuff now. Get it delivered.
for
It's
sure.
perfectly fine. Like if you live in Raleigh, and you want something in Whitehaven, you can do that, right?
Mhm.
But the
Absolutely.
problem is we have people stealing people's food, and we have people like the extra charges.
Mhm,
And I think
mhm,
those are the main things that drive people off from doing. Like I stopped doing DoorDash completely,
mhm.
honestly.
I've never done DoorDash, Uber Eats, nothing. I don't even know what the other apps are. One,
Wow.
I need to see the people or the place that I'm getting my food from. I like to
Hmm.
go in. And granted, you don't know what people are doing in the kitchen. I get it. But I'm not also gonna add some random person picking up my food in the car, and they got who in them in the back riding with them. And sometimes people go into like, I don't need to add additional layers. At least I know that restaurant can get shut down, if anybody sees something crazy
Mhm.
or, if the health inspectors come in, the health inspectors ain't coming into your car to shut that down. And I don't know what your car looked like. I don't know you. Like, you could be a hot mess and you carrying my food. So, and I'm not gonna pay an extra, what, $12 if it's like a high time, like all that on top of it. I'm
Yeah,
with
that's
you.
the problem.
I'm with you. Mm-mm,
Yeah. I don't
mhm,
mind. Like most of them, they have different procedures, so I know what to do with food. I know they have different procedures of how they do it. So
mhm,
yeah, but I can hear what you're saying. If you're a first time into you, like, ooh, I don't know. Like I can
mhm.
perfectly understand that.
Yeah. I will
Another
say
trend. Oh, okay. Keep on.
I will say
Sorry.
it's been really helpful for, because I'm a lifelong educator, so I still work in different schools. Um, and so the teachers in some of the buildings I go into, if that school happens to be in a food desert, they're able to get
Hmm.
food brought in, because sometimes not everybody's able to bring food from home. If they got, a 30-minute period, they could have food already delivered to them and waiting. So it's convenient in jobs like that where it might take you too long to drive somewhere, get food, and then come back, and then your lunch break is over. So I won't shoot it down, but it's just not for me.
Right. Also, that's why I'm a big fan of hour-long lunch breaks.
Mm,
But
that would
we're
be
well, we
nice.
can talk about that on the business type thing.
Yeah.
Um, Another trend I don't like. I don't like these. I don't know. I don't know what term to put it.
Mhm,
If you look on like social media, they have these memes of like things to know how the food is going to be trashed, and they have a particular a particular chair, a
mhm.
particular aesthetic, a particular shelf on how they look, and then they say
Mhm.
the burger costs $25. Like that aesthetic, that there. I don't know what it's called.
I've
When I
never
find
heard of.
out though, when I find the right thing to say,
Yeah.
like burgers, we're used to burgers getting them on paper wrapped in a sack. Now they're
Mhm.
paper wrapped, put on this silver tray. The fries
Uh,
are put up in this little tin thing, and it's
yes.
like you're getting like six fries and some ketchup. You got a drink. It's just
Yeah, expensive for no
it's
reason.
expensive dressing of something that I'm not gonna like.
Mhm, mhm.
So I
They're
think that's
creating,
the
like,
point.
the aesthetic of it, you
The
know?
aesthetic of the all.
Yeah,
I don't know who started that,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, them whoever
I got
started
one
that, they
for you.
gotta go. What you got?
So, not everybody needs to be out reviewing food.
Hmm.
Not everybody. Some people, yes. Not everybody. I feel like you taste the 901. Um, there's a few others. I'm like, y'all put some time into this, right? Y'all put some time into your craft. You really go about and try all different things. You know what I'm saying? To have
Hmm.
like an informed opinion. And y'all aren't mean and purposely trying to put anybody down. Like, I like y'all's approach. Not everybody needs to be doing this. And I'll just leave it at that.
And I'm just gonna leave it at that too, because I'm not gonna say anything on that. Okay, let me see. There's one more that I had on my head. One more in my head. I can't remember. Can't remember anything. Um, I know it has been, a pop up. I have no problem with a pop up.
Okay.
Pop
Mhm,
ups are good, right?
mhm,
But these pop ups where they just build something real quick and then they just call it a pop up
mhm,
just to tear it down, and you think it's not there anymore. It's like
mhm.
a temporary setup pop up type thing. I don't like those.
Why? What's the difference between the 2?
The reason why I say that because most of the time because it burst on around the pandemic.
Okay,
So they were saying, "Oh, we're gonna have a pop up, but we're gonna have it outside."
got it.
Problem
Mhm.
because you don't know the weather in Tennessee is pretty weird,
Yes. Agree.
and I don't understand why would you say, "Oh, we're gonna have this pop up. We're gonna have it
Mhm.
outside."
Yeah.
No, inside.
Please.
I don't care. We're not having it on no patio.
I got
No, inside. This pop up is happening inside. No outside pop ups. I'm
you.
sorry. Unless
I
your
got
tent is secure with air and maybe a little heat. No,
please.
don't,
And
don't
proper covering in case it's raining.
right, because you can don't have it. Please don't make it rain and you have
Yeah.
it in grass. Oh my God.
Mhm. That's tough. That
I've
is tough.
had true story. The aunties do not like it when it rains and we're on
Uh-uh.
grass and they got their heels. It is a wrap.
They you better meet them in the parking lot.
Nothing more frustrating than a disgruntled auntie to dress down just to get
Mm-mm.
her shoes wet. Nope,
Not gonna
you won't
happen.
get the last of it.
Not gonna happen. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm with you there.
But yeah, I say those are the food trends to me. Now, before we go,
Yes.
well, I got two really.
Okay.
Um, what I think you probably brung it up a little bit. What is a guilty pleasure food for you? Like, I know you're a baker,
Not
but
sweet.
that's what
I
I'm
can't.
saying. It doesn't have to be sweet.
Mm-mm. Guilty pleasure. Caribbean food.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but I don't get it because out here, the only place I can really that I love love Caribbean food, is it Curry and Jerk on, Monroe?
Yeah, downtown. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got to
I
do that happy hour one time. That's what I've
ooh,
been told I need to do.
don't do that twisted tea there. That tea they have, it's like a lemonade sweet tea, and they got a whole bunch of other stuff in it. My God. I made
Twisted
a mistake.
tea.
I made a mistake of going to order food right after work. And she was like, "Oh, it's happy hour." I was like, "Sure, whatever that is over there on the counter, I'll drink some of that." And I said, "Let me open my food and start eating while I'm here because clearly I need my try." Yeah, yeah. They're not playing games over there. But they season, they know how to season like people should be that are making Caribbean food. So yeah, I love it. That's a guilty pleasure.
Since we're going Caribbean, okay.
Yeah.
Uh let's think about this. So, what is the Caribbean mashup that you can get with? Example: oxtail tacos, or
So
something that's Jamaican, but you mix it with another cuisine and make it, yeah, something.
so I don't eat red meat.
Mm,
I don't eat chicken. I don't eat turkey. I'm like a pescatarian-ish, but also like vegan. So I just call myself a flexitarian. Um, so I would don't do that. Don't do that. I lost you.
dead. I'm dead.
The vegan is not really vegan. It's like I don't do dairy because I'm lactose intolerant also. So I'm all over the place with what I eat. But so people have said like a rasta pasta is kind of like a combo. People say it wasn't created in Jamaica, but there is a woman who I think like in the 80s started it there. So I would say a rasta pasta, but they might have originated that. So if not that, because rasta pasta is typically made with chicken. So
Mhm.
I've heard it's good. I don't eat it because it's got chicken in it. So I would say
Debatable.
um like anything with like red snapper. Oh, I don't know. I would say sometimes they do like the Caribbean flavor in like a taco, like the
Okay.
fish, uh, life tacos. They have one that's pretty good. It's like a blackened mahi fish, I think. Um,
Okay.
but like in a taco, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm an
Now,
oxtail guy.
I
Mm.
don't eat this, but I wish I could. At Sage, they have those, the egg roll, but inside it's
So
got
roll.
yeah, it's got mac and cheese and, like, collard greens or something in it.
Mm-hmm.
That and is there a meat in there too?
Chicken.
It should that looks delicious. That looks delicious.
I
It
actually know the chef who made that, who first
was
started
it Chef
that.
Eli or
What's his name?
somebody else?
Chef Eli. Chef
Yeah.
Eli.
I used to, when he was at the Casa Library, when they first started, I used to have my desserts over there.
Oh.
Yes, so Chef Eli, if y'all can make a vegan version of that with, like, vegan mac and cheese and, like, Gardein or Beyond Meat, not Impossible because I can't do that, that has soy. If you could do, like, Beyond Meat in there, as the chicken and the collard greens, but don't make it with meat, I would love to try that.
He's not there at Sage anymore, but I tell him.
No, I thought he went back. Okay.
He went back for a little bit, but I don't think he has his own thing now. He's
Okay,
working on it.
got it.
So
Good for
he's
him.
not there anymore. But good
Good
for him though. Shout out to him. He's a good guy. I
job.
went on Soul Crow with him. He was cool as hell.
Mhm. He's a
Life of the
cool
party.
boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I wasn't gonna ask you this, but
What's up?
I pretty much got a feel of what you're gonna say for this question. So for the very last question this time, what
Uh-huh.
is one thing that someone hyped up, then you tried it, and you were just like you shrugged on it. So with other words, what is your all hype restaurant? It doesn't have to be here. It could be in Jersey, it could be New York, it could be Miami, it could be anywhere. It could be here. Or it could be a
All
food.
hype, and it's not
All
really
hype. It's not
that
really like that. Yeah.
Okay. Um, I'm not gonna say anything here because everybody got their personal feelings about what they love, so Imma take it out of Memphis.
She's trying to play
Oh,
it safe. I like this. She is
yeah.
so safe.
I'm
Nah,
not
I'm
gonna do that.
good.
Uh, I would say, hmm, no, that was actually good. Um, oh, I don't wanna get in trouble. So, okay,
Mm,
I I grew up in Jersey, right? Born, raised, educated. There was a soul food restaurant from somebody who was from the South. Yeah, I think he was from Alabama, Mississippi. And he opened up a restaurant and nightlife situation in I don't know if it's Orange, East Orange, I think Orange, New Jersey, called the Peppermint Lounge. Their soul food in there rivals anything I've had here. It was so freaking good. It's known all over the country. Like people who ever came to Jersey, you went to the Peppermint Lounge and you were licking your fingers, right? So really great. I moved to New York after college, lived on 130th between Fifth and Lenox. And there was a popular soul food spot right around the corner. Don't say it. That I'm sure it used to be really good, but by the time like I was living out there in that area, it it wasn't as good anymore. And it might have been that they were catering to the new demographic that was tourists um coming to visit. You know. Yeah. Um Now that was the
question.
early 2000s. It
Question. Does it start with an S? Um, Okay, so let's talk about that real quick. Hold
I
on.
grew up eating a peppermint lounge. I'm like, "Mm." So I was excited, and then I was just like,
I have
and
a friend from
generations change, maybe just some things change, but it could be a lot better now. I'm
mm, I have a friend from New York. Shout out to
mhm,
T Roy. Shout out to you. Best Eye, Brooklyn.
Come on,
where he's
Brooklyn.
originally from.
Mhm.
I went to visit him, and I
Okay.
went to that same restaurant that you're talking about.
Okay. Mhm. What was your thought?
I just
Okay.
went to the Jamaican spot across the street. I didn't really care no more.
We on the same page.
That Jamaican spot, like I got cut. That was my first ever Jamaican spot experience because I got cussed out because I
There
went
you go.
right.
We was in a good spot then.
Yeah, so I went up. So I was like, man, we should have came here the first time instead of going.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it used to be good. I'm like, no,
It
it
did,
is not.
but it
But we're not going to say their name.
yes, yes, yes.
But if you want to know what the restaurant is, you can follow her on IG and you can figure out and ask her what's the restaurant that she was talking about.
I
But
still want to say it, but go and be blessed.
you want to be blessed. That works. That works. But
Yeah.
thank you for joining me here in the Big Back Lounge. I really do appreciate you taking out your time to come join me.
Of
Um, big fan of your gift of cakes,
thank you.
and I had to have you on here. Shout out to little Buttermilk as well. She's a doll.
Yeah, my little buttermilk baby. Mhm.
Yeah, but I appreciate you coming on. I really do.
Thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, am I an official big back now? Do I get to be a big back? Can I say
Yeah.
no? Not yet. Okay, I'll keep working on
I
it.
I mean you don't eat little Debbie snack cakes, so that's big back entry level right there.
Non-meat eaters need love too. You know.
I'm not saying non-meat eaters don't need love. I'm just saying like
It's
little
not.
Deborah is the leading
Oh,
cause of everything right now.
uh,
She was for $1.
yeah. It tastes like it too. That's the problem.
But you can get a vegan Big Mac. Ain't no problem with that. I don't
There
see no
we go.
problem.
Okay,
I don't
it's a
see
little
no problem.
Debbie that counted me out. That's all right. I
Counted
create
you out a little bit.
some buttermilk big backs. How about that?
But like I said, thank you for joining. Thank you all for listening to this podcast. We had a great time. Like we always do in the Big Back Lounge. Like, comment, and subscribe, follow, tell a friend about vegan Big Backs and other Big Back accessories that are going on in the Big Back Lounge today. Follow her at Buttermilk Babes on IG. You on
Milk Babes
Facebook?
901. Mhm.
Buttermilk Babes not on one. See, I got Buttermilk. See, I'm
Okay,
learning
it'll
my stuff.
pop up though. As soon as you start putting buttermilk and get to the B, I'll pop up.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
follow her on IG as well. See what she's going to be at. She might be at the farmers market. She might be at the festival. And then I'm still mad that she didn't tell me she was going to the Mimosa Festival because I want to get some cakes because somebody was there when it got me something. But
I was, and
knowing
it was live, all the way live. So it was a
and
good
knowing and knowing my people, they were probably been live with you and then forgot. So I don't.
time. You already know.
So I already know. But thank you for joining me. Thank you all for listening. And like I always say. Your big back ass is always welcome here in the Big Back Lounge.
I love
Deuces.
it.